All right, we're going to dive into a pretty critical mindset shift for anyone who's involved in building, well, the future of business. It's really all about how to adapt and thrive in a world that wants everything yesterday. So let's start with this feeling. We've all been there. You know that deep, almost primal desire for things to just be easy, simple, fast. Whether you're checking a bank balance or ordering a pizza, you just want it to work instantly, no fuss. And here's the thing, that feeling, it's not just a wish anymore. It's the new baseline. It's the expectation for every single digital interaction we have. We hate waiting, and this collective impatience has become the new norm. And it is fundamentally changing the entire game for every organization out there. So, how in the world did we get here? Let's get into it and really explore how our own habits, the way we live our lives on our phones, are driving this massive industry-wide change.
I mean, come on. We've all been there, right? Listening to those endless menu prompts on the phone, abandoning a shopping cart because it's just too much work, or getting locked out of an account because you forgot some random number. These aren't just little annoyances. No, these are the exact reasons businesses are being forced to adapt or, frankly, risk being left completely in the dust.
And you have to understand, this isn't just some passing trend. We're talking about a total reshaping of the business environment. This disruption is happening everywhere, in every industry, and here's the kicker. Your own expectations as a customer are fueling it, and that directly impacts your role as a professional. Okay, so this new reality, it creates this huge conflict with the way things used to be done. The old playbook for business analysis, the one that was built on stability and predictability, it's just broken. It doesn't work anymore. This really paints a stark picture of the shift, doesn't it? The traditional way was all about writing these super detailed specifications, improving one little touch point at a time, basically being a documenter. But the digital reality, it's a whole different world. It's about learning as you go, looking at the entire customer journey from end to end, and shifting your role from documenting to facilitating. And this quote just gets right to the heart of the challenge. We're not just tweaking an old process anymore. We are, quite literally, building the plane while we're flying it. And the old rule book just can't keep up when the destination itself is changing mid-flight. This question, it kind of makes you stop and think, right? For so long, that big requirements document was the cornerstone of the business analyst role. It was the deliverable. But what if? What if we just moved past it? This one question challenges the very foundation of the traditional role and opens the door to a whole new way of delivering value. Okay, so if the role of the documenter, the scribe if you will, is fading out, what takes its place? Let's define this new digital mindset, which is all about making that critical shift from being a scribe to being a guide. This new mindset is really built on a few core ideas. It's not about having all the answers up front. It's about being in a constant state of learning and discovery. It's about using experiments to navigate all the unknowns. And it's about focusing relentlessly on the results, not just checking boxes on a process chart. And crucially, it's about truly understanding what's possible with new tech so you can bring truly innovative solutions to the table. So this is basically the new job description. And just notice the language here. Facilitator, guides, discovering. Your value isn't in documenting what's already known. It's in leading the team through that messy, uncertain, but exciting process of discovery to deliver real, measurable outcomes. Okay, that all sounds great in theory, but how do you actually do it? How do you put this mindset into practice day to day? Well, let's break it down into 4 really actionable pillars you can start using right now. It really comes together in this clear 4-part framework. It all starts with just raw curiosity, asking why. From there, it's about committing to continuous learning, both about the customer's real problem and the technology that can solve it. Third, you have to maintain a deep, genuine empathy for the customer. And finally, you bring it all home with a ruthless, unwavering focus on the outcomes that actually matter to both the customer and the business. And this is the ultimate takeaway. Your value proposition completely shifts. You're no longer the creator of static documents. You are now the manager of value for the whole organization, guiding discovery and designing smart experiments. It's a way more dynamic and honestly, a much more impactful role to play. So what does all this mean for the future? Look, this transformation, it's not a threat to your career. Far from it. It is a massive opportunity. Because in this age of crazy complexity and rapid change, your skills are needed now more than ever before. You know, the tidal wave metaphor is just perfect for this moment. Why? Because this isn't some distant ripple on the horizon we can see coming for miles. No, the wave of new, accessible, and surprisingly cost-effective technology is already here. It's crashing on the shore right now.
And if that tidal wave didn't feel urgent enough, just consider this number: 50. Let that sink in for a second. Experts are predicting that the scale of technological change in just the next few years will be greater than everything we've seen in the last 50 years combined. The pace is accelerating like crazy. And that right there, that is precisely the opportunity. To navigate this tidal wave, to make sense of all this complexity, organizations are desperately going to need people with your skills. People who can analyze, facilitate, and guide them to the right outcomes, but only if you're willing to step up and adopt this new digital mindset.
So we'll end on this thought. With a whole new set of tools at your disposal and this new mindset to guide you, you are in an incredibly powerful position. You're no longer just reacting to change, you have the skills and the opportunity to actually reimagine and shape the future of business. So the only question left is, how are you going to do it?